Hey everybody, it's Ty, Old Home Rescue, and today I'm going to walk you through our brand new project. It's a 1918 Craftsman. We're doing a lot of really cool stuff here, and Morgan is right over here working behind me. We're going to meet up with him, and he's going to walk us through all the details of this project. All right, Morgan, what do we got going on this one?
All right, so this one we are working on exterior trim, window painting, and this fly rafter and corbel repair. So, fly rafter is a term that not everybody knows, but it is that rafter that sticks out over the house, most of the time on your porches and your gable end. Right now we've got Pat cutting out a piece that had bowed and rotted out of there, but that was something we found today. Something that, what we originally came for was the repair of this corbel that holds that fly rafter up. And it had sagged down from the weight over the years of the corbel had dropped a little bit. They had tried to attach it with some typical like 3-inch, 3.5-inch deck screws, and it just wasn't cutting it. So we've got the fly rafter jacked up, took the corbel out, and then as soon as we're done making the repairs, we're going to start putting everything back together and getting that corbel back up.
What are we going to use to fasten those up there?
Oh, we've got a mix for this one of these.
Dang.
We want to be sure that it holds this time.
Right.
So we're going to use Craig jig to make a pocket hole farther up the corbel and go in through it on each side, about twice on each side, and then once through top and bottom, as well as securing that brace below with these smaller 6-inch screws.
So kind of the way you do like a pergola.
Yeah.
Is that all we're doing here? Is it just the corbel and the
so on
rafter,
the front,
or what?
On the front of the house, in this phase of the project, she's just doing door and window trim painting of the original windows, reglazing those because it's all falling out, and then just for a nice fresh look in a small way to the front of the house, they're going to be painting the fly rafter, corbel, as well as the porch floor.
Nice.
And so
you just want to walk us around to the windows, and let's look at the condition of those.
So around on this side we have,
now here on the front we've got some just high quality aluminum clads, but then as soon as you get here to the back, that first window right there, that's original wood.
This is when they change over, or they still maintain the original windows. And we're in a non-historic district, so it can be changed out here. So they're going around and scraping any failed paint and getting that ready to be prepped back, as well as going through and getting any of that glazing that wants to come out of there. And we'll go back with an on-site glazing like this. We'll use a latex-based.
When we get done with this, I'm supposed to actually.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Maybe we'll switch hands, and I'll.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back with an Aquaglaze, which is a good for on-site. Has some high durability in some tests by John Leake.
So it's a water-based glazing right here, and this is what we're going to use to glaze these windows. It is going to set up, if we're doing small areas, like this kind of like little spot right here, it'll set up and it's paintable in about 4 hours. Everything else is going to take overnight. Right. You go with that stuff like DAP or the DAP 33 or the Sherwin-Williams stuff that you can buy, you're looking at like a 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks before you can paint that stuff. So this is much better when you're trying to actually get a job done. It's been tested. There's a guy that's done a lot of tests on this stuff, and it's been tested to last a long time. It's really not one to do that. It's just going to be messy. That's okay. It's water-based, so it's just going to clean up with water, so not a big deal. And the first thing I want to do, after I've removed the glazing that you guys have done here, is I just want to pack it in. And I don't need to get a ton in there. because I'm wanting to have a pretty small line, only about, what is that, Morgan? What's the?
About 3/16.
About 3/16 from this point to this point. So I don't need a ton of it in here. Because when I'm standing on the inside, when our neighbor or homeowner is standing on the inside, we don't want them to see the glazing.
Right.
We'll go right here. I want to take it and I just want to kind of pack it in. I just take my knife and push it in there. If you don't pack it, when you go to pull your knife across it, it's gonna
Just fall out.
yeah. You want to make sure the knife is kind of clean, because if it's not, then it's going to drag. Let's see if I can do it this way, or let's see if we're going to have to lubricate it with a little bit of water. Let's see how it goes. So I just want to find my line. So I want to rest it on this right here, on this ridge, and then I want to find my line. Like Morgan says, about 3/16 of an inch, and I want to push pretty hard. And there we go. And you know, the old wood is kind of chewed up in little spots. You just want to try to do your best to work around that and get in as straight of a line as possible. Okay. Now, take a bit of water. And you kind of smooth out your little whoop-de-doos or whatever you get going on. And usually, like, what I like to do is just like keep a wet rag. Keep a wet rag, wipe my knife off, keep my knife clean. Go to this corner again, and I just want to get, I want to get it where it has a discernible miter, a line. And there we go. And tomorrow, that'll be ready to paint. So that's how I glaze a window with Aquaglaze. Now, I've reviewed a lot of different glazings. I actually haven't even reviewed Aquaglaze, but if you want to check out my review of the other glazing types that we've used, you can check that video out right here. And please support our mission by subscribing to the channel right here.